Well, social media has played a significant role in Mexico's election. The statistics website Statista.com says 85 million people are on Facebook in Mexico. And it's because it seems it is seen as an alternative source of information compared to the mainstream media. Raheela, looking now at some examples of what's being done to debunk, I'm sick of saying it, fake news.
I know, but it's very interesting. So in the lead up to the elections this weekend, there have been a lot of cases of social media manipulation and, as Kamal says, fake news. But networks like Facebook are trying to address this by deploying content moderators and fact checkers and set up a community standards page addressing hate speech and violent imagery, misrepresentation, propaganda, and also disinformation. And together with Google and Al Jazeera, they've created the first independent fact-checking organization, and that's called Verificado 2018, which means verified. Now, so far, they've debunked hundreds of fake posts. Verificado encourages people to send them stories on social media using the hashtag #IWantYouToVerify And their researchers will fact-check and publish the findings, and then sites like Facebook will then block it from the newsfeed to then decrease outreach. So let's go through a couple of the examples that we've seen so far. The National Action Party, or PAN candidate, Ricardo Anaya, reportedly said in a TV interview on May 14th that his income and his wife's added up to 400,000 pesos a month. Now, this was shared in a Facebook millennials page connected to Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, also known as AMLO. Now, he is the frontrunner. And the post alleges that the tweet was posted by Anaya, but there is no record on his official Twitter account, and nor was there any other media reports on the story. Just the image on Facebook that was shared more than 5,000 times. And then there was a lot of false polls being circulated on Twitter as well, indicating that Ricardo Anaya was ahead of Andres Obrador. This was shared by the PAN party president and other members, but it was falsely attributed to a Mexican publication, which was called El Universal, with the official logo, as you can see on the side there. Well, El Universal responded with a statement online. They say that the survey was a paid advert and not conducted by them. Now, there's also been a number of Facebook pages and Twitter accounts promoting partisan political messages, and most of them are attacking Obrador. The Atlantic Council's Digital Forensic Research Lab shows that the consulting firm Victory Lab, set up by a Mexican entrepreneur called Carlos Merlo, created automated bots to give posts high numbers with likes and also retweets. But what made this really unusual was the fact that there was no other reactions or comments to this post. And the think tank says that most users came from India, Brazil, and also Indonesia. Facebook and Twitter have since removed the Victory Lab pages from their sites. And there's also links to Russia. The New York Times article here refers to digital researcher Manuel Cosio Ramos, claiming that there was Russian bot-driven traffic to help boost poll numbers for Obrador. And Ramos claimed that there were 4.8 million mentions of the candidate on social media outside of Mexico. Well, Al Jazeera has not been able to independently verify this, but Obrador did respond on Twitter with this satirical message.
This is where I received my gold from Moscow. Opposing political parties are now saying that Russia's government is involved in my campaign. So I guess now my name is Andreas Manolovich.
Now, fabrications are likely to come in all sorts of forms of videos and images and also memes, and that can be hard to detect. Well, this picture was shared on WhatsApp showing a ballot with the words AMLO, which again stands for Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, instructing people to vote with the abbreviation. But it would have then resulted in the vote being annulled, and the real aim here was to take advantage of misinformed voters. Well, we heard from Monica Glowacki from the Oxford Internet Institute, and she explained how fake news is affecting Mexican politics.
Bots and false accounts on Twitter and Facebook are increasingly difficult to detect. They are no longer purely automated, but are instead cyborg, meaning they are managed by humans who cultivate a history of human account activity to evade suspicion. Although tech companies are addressing the problem, local civil society efforts are on the front line of the battle against fake news. We're seeing news-seeking behavior moving away from public platforms like Twitter and Facebook to private one-to-one applications such as WhatsApp, which is Mexico's largest texting service. And this is sinister because misinformation is seeping into your private life. Although attention is on foreign digital interference in politics, in a context like Mexico, we cannot lose sight of domestic-level disinformation operations and biased reporting from traditional media with ties to economic and government power.
I would love to get your thoughts on this, especially if you are in Mexico. So connect with us. Use the hashtag AJ Newsgrid.